Have you ever gone to see your favorite band play a show to a sold-out venue? Or your favorite musical or play premiere on Broadway? Do you know that feeling where you were filled with amazement at how great and energetic the show was? Ever wondered what goes on before the curtain is pulled and lights and sound are cued to go? Kwame Clark, the production manager of the York College Performing Arts Center, knows exactly what goes on before the audience even enters the venue. In this interview, he will be taking us behind the scenes to show us the magic of theater.
My name is Kwame Clark. My age is 32, and my occupation is I'm the production manager of the York College Performing Arts Center, and I also do freelance production work.
Okay, what makes your job so unique?
I think what makes it unique is that as a production manager, I have my hands in all different parts of production. I work with lighting, I work with sound, I work with rigging, I work with building. I have my hands in everything, and it keeps you from being bored. You get to see a lot of different things. It's constantly figuring out. It's not the same thing day in, day out. It's constantly figuring out how I'm going to achieve the end goal and making the client happy. Okay, so you want to get into the habit of just checking to make sure that it's not going anywhere else. Gotcha.
When did you start working in technical theater and why?
I officially started working in technical theater when I was 21, I believe. But I've been working in production for a number of years before that, in TV and smaller theater gigs. My first experience being thrown into a live setting was at Good Morning America. When I was 15, I believe, my uncle took me down and put me to work. I had never done anything like that before.
What did you do?
I worked with electrics with them, so I was following around one of the camera guys with a light and aiming it at the people being interviewed.
Did you do sound or anything?
I didn't, no.
Were you scared?
I was a little scared, and I had school the next day, so.
Why?
You know, it was my first time being in a big studio with, you know, big artists in a real professional setting, and he kind of just threw me right in and got me right to work.
Did you have fun?
I did have fun. I did have fun. I actually saved my production notes from that day that I still have today.
If you can summarize your job in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words. I'd say it's diverse, intense, and different.
Why did you choose those words?
It's diverse because every day is different. Every show is different. Even if you're running the same show over and over, every time is different. Being able to work with different artists, different types of shows and different types of art, whether it's acting, dance, or singing, it really makes it diverse. I say it's different because a lot of people don't know what goes into a show, and being able to have your hands in all the different aspects of it, you have a different insight to production than the average person will have, and what it takes to put a show up.
Do you think there's a relationship between the audience and the technical side of theater?
I think the audience comes, they enjoy the show, but if you knew what the magicians were doing, you wouldn't enjoy the magic trick. So you need to be able to impress the audience, and they see the end product, and they don't need to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. They just need to enjoy the show.
So what are 3 or 4 points that you would give someone looking to join the field?
First, I would say just don't be afraid. Don't let it intimidate you. A lot of the things that we do could seem daunting, but if you get in there and get your hands dirty, you'll learn. And the second thing I would say is try to learn as much as you can. The more you know, the more people are going to want to use you, and the more you get used, the more you learn, and it's just a cycle. So learn as much as you possibly can. And the last thing I would say is always work your hardest. Always put your best foot forward, because no one's going to call you if you're that guy who kind of works or is barely there. So, and I think those are the 3 main things. Whenever you show up to a job, just try to learn as much as you can from older guys, work your hardest, and make sure that you're the best person working there so you're the first one they want to call back.